Salutations! Welcome to another episode of Foxx Plays KSP, the 365-day challenge, the reboot. So, today, I wanted to just kind of hop on over to the tracking station and go up to Moona 3, which is on the moon currently, and demonstrate the second stage, launch to orbit, and return to Kerbin. But honestly, I'm not going to count that as my mission today. I'm going to do another mission, and we are putting another space station into orbit, but it is not the Chinese space station. Something of my own design. Mwahaha! Alright, so I'm going to hop into the tracking station and see you on the moon. Alrighty, we're here on the moon with Moona 3, the space probe and moonlander, and we have a wonderful scenic view here. But we've done we've done our science, we've done our probably sample surface samples stuff with little robotic arms that you can't really see, something embedded in the feet or something, and we've taken lots of pictures with our carbonite detectors, and it's time to go back to Kerbin, wherever Kerbin may be. So we're going to demonstrate the second stage here, and it's just this bit here. That's the engine, and so you got this whole bit here. Now the trick is that it's got battery power, but it does not have solar panels of its own, so a bit of an oversight. So we're gonna try and launch to Kerbin. So we're gonna want to take off at 90, I think. All right. And we tell you what, first we're going to shut down all these engines. Just because they're, I need to set my throttle to 100%, but I don't want these engines to actually fire. I need to kind of treat this as a launch pad, so I'm going to set my throttle to 100. My SAS is on. Alright, here we go. Or actually, I'm going to set my throttle kind of low, just to kind of get my initial kick. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, Stage 2 launch. Alright. Very cool. There's our base. That has a probe core on it, so it will continue to do science and give us data and all sorts of cool stuff. So we're burning here, burning away nicely. So we're gonna do a roll just to kind of get our orientation better set up. If we had astronauts on board, it would be for comfort, but we can pretend that it's for like some kind of automated terrain sensing software. Which actually kind of works, because you got the carbonite detectors lined up there, so. And of course, because there's no atmosphere, you want to turn over and start gaining orbital velocity essentially immediately. I just love this part of a return trip from the moon, just going so fast over this barren wasteland. It's really cool. Reminds me of a cinematic video done by, I can't remember his name, Enhalt, something like that. Gestalt. Can't remember. But basically, it was called periapsis, and basically he put himself on a massively eccentric orbit, and was basically going at very, very, very high speeds, like 700 meters a second, through canyons on the moon. And you could tell, as he crested one of the craters, his periapsis was like meters. It was crazy, but it's just such a lovely view. I'm gonna kind of turn us sideways just to look a bit more picturesque. Look at that. We are orbital. We should be. I'll take a closer look, make sure there's no hideous obstruction. Yep, and there is not. So yeah, we are in an orbit around the moon. We're just very, very close to it. Alright, well, I'm gonna do a little time acceleration just because this is pretty. It really gives you that sense of we're in free fall, but the planet is falling away from us just as fast as we are falling towards it. It's a really, really interesting and fun sensation, I think. Look at that. Makes the pit of your stomach fall out. I love it. Alright, well, I'm going to find us a maneuver node and get us set up on a return trajectory to Kerbin, especially because we have limited battery life. Alright, see you there. Alrighty, so we're silhouetted there against the sky, and very, very nearly at our maneuver node that'll put us on a return trajectory to Kerbin. And here we are. So that's going on. Incidentally, and I'm not sure if anybody noticed, and I'm still not convinced that it's actually working properly, but hopefully, if everything is going well, I am now recording KSP in 1080p. I was doing 720 for a long time, just because that's one of the presets on my my recording software. Is one of the presets is it just records in 720p. That's all pre-set up for uploading to YouTube. Alright, so that's got us a periapsis about 50 kilometers. So we want to disable SAS. And here we go, we're on the light side. Bye, moon. Goodbye. Alright, well, we're going to do our time acceleration just to make sure that we get our maneuver node set up ahead of time so we don't and alright, now that's not strictly necessary because I think we're actually coming in such a way that we could just aerobrake and go straight for a landing, but I just wanted to do it this way. Alright, so we're going to time accelerate. Goodbye, moon. We did great science on you. Kinda. This was sandbox, so no science was actually done, but hey, big whoop. Right, we're still in a moon, in the moon's SOI, but very soon here we'll be transferring to Kerbin's. There it is. All right. There we go. Whoop. There was a massive lag spike, and I'm not sure how that affected the recording. But yes, thanks to the miracle of time acceleration, we're already here at our maneuver node. So we're gonna... Oh no! Oh no! We're out... Oh, crap. We're out of electric charge. So we're gonna have to... Oh, it doesn't matter, because we don't have... We don't have the electricity to turn on our to deploy our parachutes. Oh, should have armed them ahead of time. Oh well. All right. Well, this is going to go into a fun little orbit. We are aerobraking, so I think it's not really worth it, is it? Alright, well, I'll probably just end this flight eventually, but I wanted to demonstrate that it can in fact do a return trajectory. You just got to be much quicker about it than I was, just because you have limited electric charge. Well, anyway, back to the launch pad for our main mission today. Alrighty, so I will talk slightly about our mission. I mentioned already that it was a new space station. It's for Kerbin, but well, I'm not sure. We'll see when we actually get the thing going what kind of orbit we want to put it in. But it is in fact ODARP Mark II. You may remember ODARP from Mission Block 1. Way back in the very beginning of January, we launched essentially a glorified girder. It was just there as a thing for holding docking ports, and that's more or less what it was used for. It was used for kind of collecting bits of interplanetary or cislunar, interlunar craft, or interlunar, and you know, docking them up, refueling them, and moving resources around. But this ODARP Mark II is a it's a whole nother kind of beast. So I think we're gonna head over to the launch pad and see it because it's the launch vehicle is well, you'll see. Alrighty, and here it is. Wait, that's not it. That's still the launch vehicle. Yeah. There it is. It's huge. It's enormous. But yeah, so the launch vehicle consists of 6 identical cores of 2 of these ALV-B tanks with the ALV-B engine. 7 actually, because there's one in the middle. There's an identical tank in the middle, and then decoupler, ALV-B engine, a B tank, and a C tank, and then a skipper engine, and a ALV-C tank, and some other bits up the very top. So I think that's enough talk. Time for action. Oh. Staging malfunction. Whoops. Our staging was a bit incomplete. Oh no. All right. Well, we're gonna retry that. Alrighty. Bit of a staging issue. Oh man, rush development cycles are no fun. All right. Well, throttle to full SAS on. This time, less action. Subdued action. Nice smooth flight. Alright, here we go. There we go. Much closer to what we actually want to happen. Alrighty. So yeah, so this is a station core, as it is a multi-part station. But it's going to kind of low to medium Kerbin orbit, kind of an intermediate orbit. I'm thinking about 150 kilometers. It depends on whether or not we have enough Delta V, because it is very heavy. This, for a core module, this is massive. I mean, it's enormous. Or for a core module, that is, I may have said stage there, I meant to say module. Oh, that engine cluster, am I right, guys? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's some thruster weight ratio right there. Oh, beautiful. I am having a lot of fun with the Tantares lift vehicle parts. Just making these kind of different launch vehicles. So we've left it till quite late to turn over, but I think it'll be worth it. Just because we need to have a very steep angle, because some of our upper stages have much lower thrust to weight ratios. That's why I used the skipper and not the ALV Block C engine, just because its thrust was too low for such a heavy payload. Even the C engine was no, the C engine had other problems. The specific impulse was far too low for an upper stage. Look at that, Sepatron's working nicely. I need to remember that I've got those. Whoa, our apoapsis got high while I was not looking. So I guess we'll go up to 190 kilometer orbit. Yay. Alright, we're gonna just do a small roll, and as soon as we leave the atmosphere, which we already have, I'll pop. Very cool. Once again, we've got a kind of a structural fairing or shroud around some of the lower bits of our payload. So it's just there for stability, and I actually, come to think of it, there are less struts inside there than were intended. But never mind, no matter. All right, so we're gonna find ourselves a nice point right at our apoapsis. And we want to drop the second stage on an impact trajectory. So this is an unmanned segment, but it can be manned once we have people going up, and it's nearly symmetrical along its long axis. The only difference is at one end we've got this docking hub. It's got 5 available docking ports, but on the other end it's only got 1. And I did that just because it would have been much less stable to launch like that. I'll probably dock, honestly, just a simple hub on the other end. Alright, we're gonna just do a slight roll to keep ourselves lined up here. Alright, so it's going to take 50 seconds, so 25 seconds we should be good. Good to rock, good to roll. Already missed it. Close enough. What's our, okay, our electrical charges replenishing due to the alternator on our engine cluster. Not doing anything crazy, just, putting a space station in orbit. Actually, come to think of it, we're going to go over. We're going to go over our maneuver. Alright, and we're going to get a nice... Alright, the reason for that is... Oh, beautiful. Alright. And... want to go 190? We'll go 150. That seems reasonable. $155. 155. Right, but that is on the other side of the planet. Alright, so we're going to zip over there. Just make sure our electrical charge doesn't run out. Don't want to do that twice in one video, do we? Alright, and it's going to be in the dark side, but only just. Alrighty, and we're going to swing around to the light side of the planet. Alright, and we're going to deploy our payload. Just make sure that we're nice and stable. Alright, see, we're oscillating slightly. Alright, good enough. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Nice, good, clean separation. Hey, hey! Alright, and we're gonna deploy our station here. All of our bits and bobs and gizmos and gadgets. Here we go. My goodness, look at it! It's so beautiful. Oh, yes. Just going to turn us around here. Got our medium gain antenna. Several Curse automated docking systems. Got some whip antennas. Oh, yes. Got some batteries, around, extra battery power around the just below the bottom end of the solar panels. Got plenty of propellant tanks. Got 4 each of the larger monoprop tanks from Tantares. We've got a small scientific module. Just holds all the data. Got some bits, bobs, lots of it, lots of little antennas, just for whatever might need transmitting. And that's it. That's our station. Quite lovely, I think. Look at it. So, and yeah, it's got room for, I believe, 8 Kerbals? Yeah, 8 Kerbals. So if I was using where'd my stage go? Oh, it's over there. If I was using remote tech, then I wouldn't have to worry about. I could man it, and it would be a mobile command unit. Well, anyway, that's our payload, and this still has enough energy and juice and plenty of delta V, of course, to deorbit itself. So that's ODARP 2. the core module. So I've been Fox, this has been KSP. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. Take care!